Have you ever picked up a strange-looking stone and wondered where it came from? Or watched a volcano erupt on the news and asked how that actually happens? If so, you've already started thinking like a geologist. Welcome to our beginner's guide to geology. Technically, the word comes from the Greek words geo, meaning earth, and logos, meaning the study of, science. So, simply put, geology is the study of the Earth's interior and its surface. But it's actually much more than that. It is often described as three sciences rolled into one. It combines elements of astronomy, studying the planet as part of the universe, meteorology, looking at the atmosphere's impact, and oceanography, studying the oceans. Today, we are going to break down exactly what geology is and explore its fascinating branches. Let's dig in. Chapter 1. The two main pillars. To understand geology, it helps to divide it into two massive categories. First, there is physical geology. This deals with the physical features we see today: mountains, plateaus, valleys, and glaciers. It looks at the internal agents, like volcanism, and external agents, like wind and water, that shape our world. Second, there is historical geology. This is the detective work. It looks at the Earth's history, evolution, and the life that has existed upon it. Within these two pillars, geologists specialize in very specific fields. Let's look at the most popular ones. Chapter 2. The face of the Earth, or Geomorphology. Let's start with the surface. If you are fascinated by the shapes of the land, you might be interested in geomorphology. Geomorphology is the study of landforms and how they were created and evolved over time. It answers questions like, why is this mountain here? Or how did this river carve this valley? Geomorphologists study the agents that sculpt the Earth, such as wind, water, and ice. Whether it's a glacier carving a valley or wind building a sand dune, geomorphology explains the physical face of our planet. Chapter 3. The rocks and minerals. Of course, we have to talk about rocks, but there's a distinction here. If you are studying the building blocks of rocks, the chemical and crystalline structures, you are into mineralogy. Mineralogists look at the formation, composition, and properties of minerals, like quartz or calcite. However, if you are studying the rock itself, how it formed and what environment created it, you are studying petrology. Petrologists generally divide rocks into three famous types: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. Chapter 4. The architecture of Earth. Structural geology. Now imagine taking those layers of rock and bending or breaking them. This is where structural geology comes in. Structural geology studies how the Earth's crust deforms under stress, creating folds, faults, and joints. It investigates how tectonic forces have dislocated and disturbed the rocks over millions of years. This isn't just about history, it's about safety. For example, before engineers build a dam, structural geologists must analyze the dip or slope of the rock layers. If the rocks tilt the wrong way, downstream, the dam could collapse. It is essentially the study of the Earth's architecture. Chapter 5. Physics of the planet. Geophysics. But how do we know what is happening deep inside the Earth without digging a massive hole? That is where geophysics comes in. Geophysicists apply the principles of physics to solve geological problems. Instead of just looking at rocks, geophysicists study invisible forces. They measure the Earth's density, magnetism, and gravity to understand the planet's interior structure. This field is crucial for things like locating hidden groundwater, finding oil reserves, or understanding why the Earth has a magnetic field. Chapter 6. Time and fossils. What if you are obsessed with the past? Paleontology is the study of how organisms evolved by analyzing fossil records found in rocks. It helps provide the background for the development of life on Earth. But how do we know when those fossils lived? That's where stratigraphy comes in. This branch analyzes the layering of rocks, or strata, to measure geologic time. By looking at the layers, geologists can tell how much time has passed since they formed. Chapter 7. Practical Geology. Jobs and resources. Geology isn't just academic, it keeps our modern world running. Economic geology searches for materials occurring in the earth that can be used for the benefit of man, like metals, fuel, and industrial minerals. And hydrogeology, or geohydrology, is crucial for our survival. It deals with the occurrence, movement, and nature of groundwater stored in the soil and rocks. And as we mentioned with the dams, we need engineering geology. These geologists ensure that the rock and soil at a construction site are stable enough to support massive projects, like tunnels and bridges. Final chapter. Looking up. Finally, geology doesn't even have to stop at our atmosphere. Astrogeology applies geological principles to celestial bodies, like moons, asteroids, and comets. There's even areology, which is specifically the geology of Mars, and selenography, which studies the physical features of our moon. So, whether you're studying a fault line, a fossil, or a faraway planet, you're engaging with geology. If you enjoyed this overview, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the science of our planet.